this is Jude from Real Black in Japan channel, and today we're going to be discussing things that I don't like in Japan as opposed to things that I do.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So, what are the things that you don't like?
Let's start with one thing I don't like in Japan is probably one of the top things is young men on the train that won't get up for elderly women,
Mm.
pregnant women, things like that. That I don't know why, but that burns me up. It makes me
Right.
want to, and I've said it plenty of times. I was like, I want to become like a
Train
train
police.
patrol and just walk around just to make sure because I always make sure to get up whenever pregnant women or the elderly, men or women, come on the train.
Mm.
A lot of times, a lot of young guys, it could be like early childhood to like early 20s. We'll see an old lady hobble on the train with a cane, can barely stand. They'll see her and put their head down and or act like they're asleep, or act like they're really, really involved in some video game on their phone.
Yeah.
And the lady's practically about to fall on her neck, and they're just ignoring her. And I'm looking at them
Mm.
like, like
It
this is
happens.
crazy.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
It
like
happened to me too. While I
oh,
was pregnant, I'll be standing in front of the priority seats. Pregnant, like very pregnant.
priority seats.
Yes.
There are literally seats for pregnant women, handicapped people, and the elderly.
Yes.
And you'll see
There's
some young
sticker.
dude, playing
Says, yeah.
Pokemon Go
Yes.
with a lady. And what's funny is Japanese women are not necessarily aggressive like that.
Yeah. So we don't say anything.
Yes, they don't say anything, but like they'll like kind of let you know by like having a little baby tag outside their purse right in front of the guy,
Yes.
and he's not looking up, and it's like that burns me up.
Mm.
Yeah, like
And people say that they are shy to even get up and let them sit. Like you don't call it shyness.
no, it's just rude. Like there's
But their excuse is that they're too shy to make the move.
it's awful.
It's awful.
It is. It's awful.
It is awful. Yeah. And we're supposed to be kind hearted, you know?
Well, in certain ways you guys are, and in other ways it's not necessarily the women though.
Mm.
Like there are things about the Japanese women that I hear,
Mm.
but it's not so much even the older guys too. It's like this newer generation
Mm. Yeah.
seems to, maybe because the parents work hard, they're not really teaching them manners.
Mm.
So I don't know. I'm not sure what the problem is. I just know that it's terrible.
Mm. And same thing with like people who get hurt or homeless people, like people in need.
Yeah, yeah, that burns me up too. The homeless here, we do a lot to do as much as we can for homeless people. And there's a particular street that I go down where they know me because I always stop by and give them clothing or drink or food or something, whatever, blankets,
Mm.
sleeping bags, things like that. So they know when I'm coming. They know, oh, he's here to. And there are times where we've been out, and sometimes we just go spend time with homeless people too, and things like that, poor people.
Yes.
And we spend all day with them. The kids play with them, and they feel like they matter, and that's what's important. That there are people out there, But we've seen a gradually increase of more Japanese helping. Like last summer,
Yes.
there's it was maybe I was the only foreigner,
Mm.
I think,
Mm.
there, but the rest were Japanese that were helping cooking for the homeless and things. So that was beautiful.
Mm.
Um, but for the most part, aside from those kind-hearted, the average person doesn't they don't care. In fact, one lady told me, she was like, "I hate poor people," and she was a student of mine, so I couldn't look at her like, "What?"
Mm.
But I just let it go. Like,
Yeah.
she was a very rich lady who hated poor Japanese people. She said, "I hate them. They're
Mm.
stupid."
Mm.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So even in the societies, like single moms don't always get help
It's
that
true
they
too.
need,
Yeah.
and so the charity is not um, a common thing.
Yeah.
Maybe in the States,
mothers.
like the Christianity
Yeah.
helps the charity
Yeah.
spirit
Yeah.
going a little bit more. But in Japan, we're not supposed to ask for more. And for some reason, people don't help.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I came here, there were people who got hit by a car or something or whatever, and they're laying in the street hurt, and people just walk over them to get on the bus, and I was horrified. I'm like, what, you know? And I remember like your mom looked at me. She was driving, but she kind of like looked like, you know, like what are you so upset about? You know, because this is what she's used to, like. But then she was like, oh, you know, Americans, even though we're a very very violent people. If someone gets hit by a car or something, everyone's gonna, not everyone, but a good portion of people are gonna run to see if they can help. Oh, or they used to. Now they're just gonna pull out the phone and film you in writhing in pain, right? But you used to like help. You see something happen, you know, or an old woman gets mugged or robbed. Strangers would band together and chase down the robber and beat him half to death. Like, but here in Japan, it's like kind of like. So when I asked why don't you guys help? One answer I got was it was Buddhism. The Buddhism is not, you know, it's like, well, maybe they deserved it or something. I don't know what the issue, but it's
Yeah,
it's not good.
it's not good.
Yeah.
Because if you are in need, you're gonna be just left alone,
Yes.
and you don't want that.
Yeah, they definitely don't. Also, if you have a heart attack or something here in Japan, and the ambulance comes, you're probably gonna die. The ambulance is very, 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 very slow. Very slow. Right? You hear that, but you look, it's going at a turtle's pace. And I'm like, hurry up, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo. It's like, you know, at least American ambulance and fire trucks, yeah, they're fast. You know, they're honking, get out the way.
Right.
But in Japan, they're probably thinking, hey, if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, so you don't like the slowness in some aspects in Japan.
Yeah. And paperwork and things. You need documents and paperwork. It's like, yo, this is crazy. This is like Japan's famous for its efficiency and things, whatever. But like, in certain regards, and it's true, but in some regards, you're like, geez, are you guys serious? Like, this is taking forever.
I think we try to make it perfect.
Oh.
So we try to take steps to make it perfect, and it takes a whole process to get to the end.
Well, I'll tell you, the process is called a slow process. So, you know.
But we're usually precise.
If you come to Japan, you will notice that there are certain words in English supposed to be in English, misspelled horribly. And you're like, there's no, but well, that's another video. It's another video. Well, we might have proof of this. That you know, right? The signs and things will say,
Yes.
and it's misspelled horribly. And like, you're like, nobody knows how to spell this. Nobody gave the okay. This didn't go through a screening. Like nobody was. But that's another video. That's another title. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And also, you don't like boy bands.
Man, this is.
Boy bands?
The boy band phenomenon in Japan is just absolutely, I don't know what it is. That it's just horrible music. The whole image is horrible. The music's horrible. It's just all horrible. They do the same dance moves. It's a bunch of guys that look like women. I mean, it's true. No, not a lick of facial hair, no muscles, just.
It's not like the Backstreet Boys. Not like them?
No. This is like Backstreet Boys is terrible. This is way worse. It's absolutely atrocious. Like this music is horrible. It's like not. It's like they're. The music is not supposed to be good. It's the image that's supposed to be projecting. Like kind of like girly boys, you know, dancing these like really terrible dance moves, like contact lenses, you know, girly perms. And it's just like, man, like this is, you know, like come on, man, like it's just this is far from the warrior samurai spirit that we think Japan was known for, and we see this and we're like,
and it's not only like one or two. It's like a whole bunch.
It's just repeatedly. It's just and then because this is a trending country, so such and such boy band is popular for half a year. Then they disappear, and there's a whole new group. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's just nonstop boy band. So you can tell that it's an industry doing this, catering to, I'm not sure, maybe the young teenage girls. I'm not sure, but it's like,
it's not only teenage girls. It's like older women that are
that's true.
Not are that so happy with their husbands, or the single, never married older women.
They like that. It's terrible.
Young boys.
I mean, but these are not like like manly. These are like soft, girly dudes. Like I'm just gonna leave it alone. But sometimes you can't tell whether it's a boy or a girl. I'll just put it that way, right? And I'm not saying they're like dressing. They're boys, but the way they look is.
And they have like a makeup on sometimes.
Sometimes, the lip gloss, mascara. Do you see the little red? And then they got the permy. The it's just all. You're like, man, come on, man. Like, no way. This is horrible. But
they're cute.
Well, she said it, not me.
Yeah, boy band.
And when she says cute, she does not mean like attractive.
No, they're like girly cute, right?
Did you say Michael Jackson as a young man was cute?
Well, like the boys are like 5, they're cute. But when you're like 20, cute.
This is her interpretation of cute.
Be different.
This is her interpretation of cute. We were watching Michael Jackson video, Off the Wall days, 1980. And she's like, he's cute. And I looked at her because I had never heard her ever say a man was ever like cute before. And then she was like, that's not what I mean. So.
Yeah. All right, the last one. In a hot summer day, when you see a woman.
Yeah. This is the most infuriating. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's stupid, and it makes people have to pay for their medical expenses. In Japan, there is a certain segment of population of like older women who want to have this really, really pale skin. They think that being really, really pale is beautiful. I don't know where they get this from, because the men don't think so. This is a fact. The men like darker, not like dark, but they like the darker skin, like healthy tan, right? Like anybody else, right? Well, there's a certain older women that want this really, really white skin. And then you'll see them, it'll be like an 85, 90 degree day. And they have a big hat on with a visor, sweatshirt on with a hood, probably like layers underneath that, sweatpants, gloves up to like here, and sunglasses. And it's like burning up. We're in t-shirts.